What's going on? This is Chad.
And Holly.
And congratulations, you just filled out the application. And this is like kind of a bonus training for anybody that filled out an application. It's you didn't know you were going to get this. We like to over deliver. And this is how to never have resources be an issue that you can't do something, or your team or somebody that is wanting to do coaching with you. If you want a way to never have like, I don't have enough, whatever that thing is, come up as a thing for you in your coaching business or whatever you're doing, then pay attention to this video because we're going to break it down right now.
Totally. I remember there was a time where like the resources just weren't there for me. Guys, I literally had like a little over $30 in my bank account. I had no idea how I was going to pay my rent. I had no idea how I was going to feed my family. All I knew is that my life, like I needed a transformation in my life because it just wasn't working anymore. I don't know if you've ever gotten to that point where you're like, this needs to transform. Right. And that's exactly where I was. And I knew that I needed this more than I needed to breathe at that point. Like that's the point that I was at, that I was like more than I could breathe, needed to get this done. Right. I got super duper resourceful. I literally like wrote down everything that I could possibly do. Like I kind of just did a brain dump, everything that I could possibly do to make extra money. I just dumped it all down, piece of paper, right? Mm-hmm. And from there, I realized that I do, like, because of my background, there was some skills that I could help local businesses. So I literally went like door to door, business to business, and started offering different services to them. One place offered to clean for them. That's how bad that I wanted it. Right. I was able to get the money. I was very resourceful. I was able to get the money. I took that money after everyone thought I was absolutely insane and crazy. Like, what are you doing? I went and took that money and I invested it into mentorship and a program to be able to start my business. And the results of that has been that since then, it was about 3 years ago, since then, collectively in that 3 years, I've done about 700,000 in sales online. I've been able to speak on stages. I've been able to transform people's lives, work with people in their business, have incredible, like just meet and work alongside some incredible marketers, some incredible people, some incredible entrepreneurs, helping them get their things. And I know with every ounce in me, had I not, like I was not in a place that I had, like that was probably my biggest thing that I overcame in my business, was starting from absolute zero with absolutely no resources whatsoever, was coming up with that creativity and that empowerment of going out there and just like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I believe in. I believe in myself so much that I'm going to like just throw myself completely in, right? I jumped over the ledge. There was absolutely no going back once I jumped. And the results of that has been like, I would do it all again in a heartbeat. I've been able to be more for my family. I'm looking back at these little handprints there. Like I've been able to be more for my family than I ever was, because I took that leap. And just the empowerment of being resourceful and getting that done is like enough energy and like push that, like, I don't know, just something happens when you do that. It's like when you go out in faith, then like the universe or God, however you put it, whatever your belief is, like it just works with you. Like it's that taking that step forward. And then like once you have that first step of faith, and it can be scary, I'm not going to lie, but it's like using that fear and just doing it anyway, because you know that this is what is going to be that transformational mark for you. Like things just start working. I've seen it not just in my life, not just hearing like Chad's life. I've seen it in our clients. I've seen it in people that I've worked with. Like over the years, it's just like this, I want to use magical, but I don't know about that. Like there's just a force that happens when you get super resourceful and you really go after what it is that you believe in.
Yeah, so I watched, there was a video out there, and maybe after this one you can go check it out, but Tony Robbins did, and it's about being resourceful. He talks about a TED Talk that he did, and he comes out and he's like, why do most businesses fail? And everybody's yelling from the audience, not enough money, not enough skill sets, not enough, or why do people fail? I think that he said, not businesses. And then the people are yelling out, like, not a good enough team, not enough this or that. And then one person said, not enough Supreme Court justices. And that was actually Al Gore. He lost the presidency because he didn't have, they were tied and all that stuff. Anyways, but what Tony said was, it sounds like the reason people fail, or at least that's what you guys are saying, is because of resources. However, every single one of us know a celebrity. There's a Sylvester Stallone where he, slept on park benches and did whatever it took. And there's the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy that I pitched his chicken recipe to thousands and thousands of restaurants. There was, J.K. Rowling, which was depressed and going through bankruptcy when she was writing Harry Potter, and now she's a billionaire. And so there's so many. Read Think and Grow Rich, and you'll see so many people in that book that was up against the wall, didn't have the resources, didn't have the thing. Yeah, like, right? So you guys heard my story is I'm living with my mom. I basically have $800 worth of stuff in my name in a car, and the car wasn't 100% mine, and I ended up going door to door to different Ford dealerships to sell my car, which they all thought that I was just trying to get rid of the car and get rid of the payment. But I was trying to get like $2,500 or whatever, I think $1,700 out of the equity of the car because I had 0% interest, so it was there. They just kept on trying to rip me off, so on and so forth. Anyways, ended up selling the car, wasn't enough money, had to go sell a watch to a pawn shop, finally got the money, and I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars in that industry because of that choice. Now, but that choice has shot me to what we
need a steady desk.
It shot me to be able to do and work with my lover, and choices, like they shoot you forward. And like when you make a strong choice in your life, you make you project yourself as somebody that is powerful. So now you have to figure out how can you become resourceful, and it's just about being creative. And how he talked about it, it's something we call a structure for fulfillment.
Structure for fulfillment.
There you go. And you take a piece of paper and write down every possible way that you don't not write something down. So
yes, really, like, don't even think about it. Like, just brain dump that out.
Write it all out, and like robbing a bank will come up. Don't do that, but but write it down, because your mind is, when you tell your mind no, it will it'll shut off. Yeah, so the creativity will shut off. So you just need to write as much as you possibly can and just get it out there. So that is one thing, but we've actually went a step farther and actually created a resource for you, which is 36 ways that you can come up with money so that you can actually save this. And it's a bunch of different financing options and different ways of coming up with money and all kinds of cool stuff. And so there is a link.
Yes, we will put that right there. There's 36 different ways you can go through them, and then totally encourage you to do that structure for fulfillment, where you just really brain dump every possible thing that you could do. And from there, pick the ones that, like, wait a minute, I really can do this. This is totally attainable for me to do.
And again, this could be not even for you. You could just have the money on a card. You could have the money in your bank account. You could, whatever. You could just have it and just be like, we haven't had our call yet, so we haven't got started. But this is also not just for you. This is for people that might be joining your coaching, might be doing one of your done for you services, whatever. And so they need to come up and find the money. So.
Yeah, totally. So use this resource for you, and then also keep it and have it as a resource for your prospects and your clients, because I promise you this does come up all the time. And I'm sure you already know this working with clients and whatnot. So use this resource for yourself, with your clients, whatever it takes. We believe in you, right? You went through the application process. You filled all that out. We know that you've gotten this far. And that means because you've had this vision and this dream and this passion that's in your heart, right? So whatever it takes, that passion is worth every single resourcefulness and every step of the way that you have to go through to be able to fulfill that. You have that in your heart for a reason.
Yeah, when you're truly committed, right, to a project, to really getting to that next level, to getting help, to being able to really have a successful business and being able to really rock it. When you're committed, when you're willing to do whatever it takes, your chances of success go through the roof.
Mm-hmm. Right? Totally. It's awesome. And we are in your corner and looking forward to your call. So talk to you then.
Appreciate you. Bye.